Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about adding integers using patterns. Here's my first question. Positive 3 plus negative 2. Maybe you can solve this with counters, and I'm sure you can solve this with number lines, but another way to handle a question like this is to use a pattern. I'm going to go back to a fact that's related that I'm sure about, and create a pattern that'll help confirm the one that you see here. Here's a fact that I'm sure about. Positive 3 plus positive 2 is positive 5. Notice that my first addend is the same in both questions. I have positive 3 in my first question and positive 3 in my target question down here. What I decided to do for my pattern is to just change that second number, the second addend in my equation. Here's what I mean. Positive 3 plus positive 1 is positive 4. So I'm starting a pattern here, keeping the first addend the same and decreasing the second addend by 1. And you can see that in my sum, that also decreases by 1. Here's the next equation in the pattern. I kept the positive 3, I decreased the second addend by 1, and that changes my sum in a predictable way. Do you see how my target problem is going to be connected? Following that same pattern, I have positive 3 plus negative 1 is positive 2. Can you figure out the answer to my problem using the pattern? If you look at my sums, they all decrease by 1. So my sum is predictable. That's it. There are lots of different patterns I could use to connect to my target problem. This is just one that I thought would be easy to use. Let's try another. My target problem, or the one I'm trying to figure out, is negative 4 plus positive 3. I might be unsure if my answer is going to be positive or negative, and I could use a pattern to confirm. I'm going to choose a fact that I'm sure about. Here's one. Negative 4 plus negative 1. I put those together, I get negative 5. I am sure about that. I chose this one because the first addend is the same, and I can alter that second addend by 1 to reach my target problem. So it's a nice, easy pattern to connect the two. Negative 4 plus 0 is negative 4. This time, with a pattern, I'm increasing the second addend by 1. So I went from negative 1 to 0, an increase of 1, and that changes my sum in the same way. The next fact in that pattern would be negative 4 plus positive 1 is negative 3. Negative 4 plus positive 2 is negative 2. And if I keep going with that pattern, I can see what my target problem will have as its sum. Negative 1. Again, there's lots of patterns I could use to connect a known fact to one I'm trying to figure out. It might take a little practice to use patterns to solve problems, but it's a really great strategy for those that like it. Time to practice on your own. Good luck, everybody.